In 1807, a man once said, "When I watch a spider make a web, that is where I see proof of God," unquote. That man was William Wilberforce. In 1807, on a quiet, gray English afternoon, William Wilberforce made sure that the Parliament had plenty to eat and drink that day. Too much, in fact, and on purpose. Tired and bloated from the afternoon's indulgence, the Parliament then, convinced by Mr. Wilberforce, ended England's part in the unfortunate slave trade. In one quiet, boring afternoon, during what seemed like a routine day, this gentleman masterfully, strategically, quietly ended England's part in a sad, ancient practice, one that has haunted humans of all cultures since pretty much the beginning of human time. Now that, my friends, is strategy. He indulged them and bored them into it, as I said. I wish more stories like this were regularly taught. In this glorious moment of successful strategy, William Wilberforce understood that sticking out his chest and screaming and expressing outrage would have cost him his very important goal. This, my friends, is the heart of a Stoic. Let's go now to a time long ago, or even to a time right now. A noble tree stands strong, quiet, with unforced dignity, in full bloom. The seasons change, leaves begin to brown. These same leaves fall to the earth, returning to their mother. The earth's soil is then fertilized as the leaves decay. This fertilization feeds the tree again, continuing the perpetuation of life over and over again in a living social universe. The earth, the mother, the tree, the father, the leaves, the children, the soil, and all of the above making up this vast universe, multiverse. This, my friends, is my religion, or more accurately, my spirituality. Religion being the external, yang, spirituality being the internal, or yin. I am a mystic. All faiths have mystics. Christianity, Islam, all of them. I see the mystics as the humans who decide to engage in spiritual technologies and awarenesses beyond what is written and embrace what is experienced. I am an esoteric and exoteric explorer whose expression is pagan, though in truth active faith is something beyond labels. However, human beings do like to categorize things, so close enough. I mentioned earlier the spider web as proof of God's existence, and this proof or alignment can be found in many places. I've heard it said that God exists in the energy generated by our interactions with each other. This would make sense. I believe that true spirituality is one that exists or existed before anyone told us what the rules are. True natural connection, light a fire, breathe, bang on a drum, music and vibration, chanting, etc., etc., dancing. Then there is the human intellect, the will. This is where the alchemical journey kicks in. Separation, then the reunion. Did you know that scientists don't really know what makes the electrons in an atom spin? Our existence, the universe's existence, is on a subatomic level and beyond. But what they do know is that the electron spins only because the one next to it is spinning. Once again, the social universe. Once again, we need each other every bit as much as those little electrons needs the one next to it to spin. There's no need for hunger, poverty, war. It's our own fear of lack as humans that causes this. It is our inner, fearful, survival brain. Our primal brain is geared towards survival. Did you know that there's enough money in the world for every single person to be a billionaire? Why don't they then? Fear, pride, renegade ego, you tell me. That being said, what do we do about our lack of evolution? My answer, very simply, discipline, kindness, continued connection, and remembering our role as creators. That is our link to higher power, whatever you believe in. Our role as creators. We have a part to play in this equation. You always have a chance. There's always rebirth. There's always a time to fight back, but be strategic. Just like Mr. Wilberforce I mentioned earlier. Sticking your chest out and waving your fist means you were not prepared. Save your outrage for a punching bag and engage life with the quiet, graceful dignity of a stoic. And remember your role as creator. I'm Daniel Michael, author of Warrior Seed, Meditation as a Weapon. Thank you.